On the morning of April 14th, American warships officially established a strict physical blockade line across the Strait of Hormuz. That 40-mile stretch of water handles roughly 21% of the world's daily oil supply. Overnight, one of the most critical arteries in the global physical network simply closed. Thousands of miles away in Singapore, a logistics coordinator sits in front of a live map, watching dozens of her vessel icons stall out in the Gulf. She has to start manually rerouting millions of dollars of freight. This is what happens when physical geography breaks. It is a rigid system hitting immense friction, forcing people on the other side of the planet to sit down and recalculate the map. You can clearly see the immediate downstream effect in places like Karachi. A local fuel station owner checks his tablet as wholesale diesel prices begin to spike, knowing the dense traffic outside his window relies entirely on the freight now stuck in the Gulf. Physical supply chains are heavy, slow, and bound by geography. When a massive shock hits, the framework itself limits how quickly people can adapt to keep their businesses running. When a critical physical network breaks down overnight, what tools do everyday operators actually have to outmaneuver the blockage and keep their local economies moving? While the physical world stalled, the digital world accelerated. On that exact same day, frontier AI labs pushed the ceiling on digital reasoning significantly higher, powered by massive new digital infrastructure. Meta officially opened the doors to its new Superintelligence Labs division, immediately shipping its inaugural model, Muse Spark, under the direction of Chief AI Officer Alexander Wang. To get Wang to lead this initiative, Meta reportedly agreed to a $14 billion recruitment deal. Just 9 months later, his team delivered their first major release. Prediction markets show the probability of a GPT 5.5 release hitting 78% by April's end. Smaller columns trail for competitors DeepSeek V4 and Claude 4.7. This surging confidence proves an entire ecosystem is racing to break the graduate-level reasoning barrier all at once. While military blockades attempt to slow the physical world down, these labs are successfully engineering the tools to accelerate our capacity to think at a rate that breaks previous limits. But you don't need access to a billion-dollar corporate lab to use this technology. The open-source community is moving just as fast. Huggingface just validated a new open-weight model called Darwin 27B Opus. It scored an 86.9% on the GPQA reasoning benchmark, a test specifically designed to measure graduate-level knowledge. What makes Darwin 27B so interesting is that it achieved that high-level reasoning capability without relying on a single piece of proprietary data. At the same time, Google's new Gemma 4 open-weight variants are shipping out under open licenses, integrating directly onto consumer devices around the world. This means a community college student in Ohio can now download and run these powerful reasoning engines locally, right on a standard, affordable laptop. The true breakthrough here is that the cost of accessing high-level intelligence has effectively dropped to zero. Local builders now have the computational capacity to solve complex, global variables from their own desks. Let's go back to that logistics operator in Singapore. Instead of manually replotting every ship, she opens a generative AI assistant to untangle the Hormuz crisis. This tracking map visualizes what happens next. The AI takes the blocked red shipping lane through Hormuz, processes the variables, and dynamically generates 3 green alternative paths. It calculates fuel, time, and cost adjustments in under 4 seconds. Because she can recalculate that quickly, the immediate downstream effect softens. The fuel station owner in Karachi gets a manageable, stabilized price estimate on his tablet, all because the supply chain was algorithmically salvaged thousands of miles away. And that student in Ohio, she is using the exact same open-source logic to build her own supply chain simulations, proving how adaptable this toolset really is. We are seeing the utility of AI in real time. It functions as a dynamic patch, a layer of intelligence that helps people route around broken physical networks. A military blockade is static. It relies on geography and physical limitations, but the momentum of everyday builders using open reasoning models scales infinitely. This technology is an amplification engine. It allows individuals to look at a severe disruption in the world and turn it into a problem of structural design. As the global system inevitably grows more complex and unpredictable, the tools we rely on to navigate it are getting exponentially sharper. When the cost of intelligence drops to zero, and the tools to rebuild broken systems are placed in everyone's hands, what bottleneck will you route around next?